We use mobile phones and devices that require internet connections almost every day of our lives, and we really don't think about how they get their connection until they stop working. But what happens if the entire infrastructure goes down? Well, I'm here at AT&T's Disaster Network Recovery Drill, and we're going to find out. I'm here with Kelly Morrison, who is a public information officer for AT&T, and some interesting things are going on behind us. Can you tell us exactly what this setup is?
We're part of the Network Disaster Recovery Team. This is a quarterly drill. We practice with our team to make sure that we have the skills and we're familiar with the new equipment that we bring out. So we're testing what we do if we lost a major office.
So since people are relying more on their mobile devices and cell phones, is this kind of a more important drill for you guys to be doing?
You know, it's critical no matter what kind of device people are using, whether it's cellular, whether it's data, whether it's UVerse at home even. People want that service to always run, and we always want to provide it. So we bring the service back up more quickly by mobilizing it in these trailers.
What do you guys do during the drill?
During the drill, we practice like we would during an actual response. So we deploy the equipment from the different warehouses, we arrive as a team, we assemble it all together. So at the beginning, we're construction workers. By the second or third day, we're engineers inside the trailers turning up service just like we would in a regular office. Our goal is to be on site, staged, ready to go within 24 hours of activation.
So I've met up with Kevin Parker, and Kevin, can you tell me exactly what you do?
I would be the incident commander when Network Disaster Recovery goes to the field to deal with any emergencies we may have and network restoration and recovery.
So we're in one of those vehicles that would kind of go to a disaster, and it's called a Colt, correct?
Correct. Cell on light truck. This Colt goes into any of our areas where we want to provide coverage, whether it may be an area that typically doesn't have cellular coverage or an area where its coverage has been degraded.
I'm in this massive truck, and it looks basically like a computer, and I'm with the data technology planner for AT&T's Disaster Relief Network. What is this exactly?
Basically, we have everything on here as though it's just a wild card, that it can be any office out in the network, and then as soon as a disaster is declared, we basically take let's say if it was Philadelphia, we take all of the hardware configurations and configurations loaded onto the routers, and we just plug things in exactly as they had been plugged in Philadelphia. All the cabling, everything would match everything as it was in Philadelphia. And basically what you're doing is just one-for-one replicating what had existed in the failed office. So to make things simple, you want to bring it back exactly the way it was prior to the event.
I'm with Tim Davis, who works with AT&T with the disaster response team, and you do something very special. What is it?
I'm the manager of our NDR, Network Disaster Recovery Special Operations team. We are a telecom hazmat team. Pretty much though, if you're looking at a hazmat response, you have essentially three different levels or three different types of response that you would do. It would either be a level A, a level B, or a level C. A level A, which is not what we have on right now, but a level A is the highest level of respiratory protection as well as the highest level of skin protection. In some cases you'd want, for example, an asbestos entry where you have really high levels of asbestos. Another example is chlorine gas where the levels are not as high. So really it's a case-by-case basis depending on what the chemical is and what concentration of the chemical is.
So this is the central nervous system of network disaster recovery. So everything that's going on is tracked in this command center. If the people out in the field require resources, require anything to be done, this is the place that they'll call to get what they need to be able to respond to the disaster. Our goal is to really make sure we can recover any significant network damaged offices, but also it's a humanitarian effort that says people need to be able to communicate during a disaster, so we deliver that as well.
From hazmat suits to IP servers, there's a comprehensive system in place to deal with unforeseen events. Hopefully, we'll never have to use them. I'm Ellie Roundtree, and this has been Rocket Boom Tech.